Let's get started. Going through the agenda. I just sent out the March minutes, and that is not at all on Shelley. That is on me because she sent them to me, and I got a little distracted the first couple of days of this week, and then of course today. So if everyone has them, they should be in your email if you want to take a look at them.
April. You said March, but April.
I'm sorry, April. Sorry. Oh my gosh. And I have March in
Wait. No.
They would be April. Did we approve that? So since I wasn't at the meeting at the Tompkins Center, did we approve the March minutes?
Yes,
Yes.
it was approved by Brian and Vika.
Because
Sorry.
it's okay. As long as you say it with a smile, I don't care.
What does Shelley not say with a smile?
I know.
All right, so if you have a chance to take a look at the April minutes that I put in our agenda wrong, so we already have to change that.
Oh, right, this is the one with the post.
I mean, there shouldn't be
Sure.
much to approve because I know we were kind of waiting for this meeting.
I'm not sure if it matters, but my last name is spelled incorrectly.
Yeah, we should change that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Wait,
The R is a Z.
You have two Z's?
Yeah, it's very Polish.
Oh.
Ah,
Can you say it for us? I'd like to hear you say it.
Głaz, that D is silent.
was.
Wow. Okay.
All right, cool.
Cool.
It means nail, actually, in Polish. If you throw like some pronunciation marks over one of those Z's, I don't know which one though.
Like a hammer and nail? Or
We
like
think so.
Wow.
not like a
So,
fingernail.
I don't. It's either. I think it's like a hammer and nail.
Oh.
But like, most of my father's side were all tall, skinny people, so it might be related to that.
That's awesome.
We should just go around and say what our last names mean. I like that.
Oh, mine's easy.
Go ahead.
Fine.
Are we gonna do it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
No, I'm just killing time while we review the minutes.
Mine's is pronounced bird, just like Larry Bird, but some people think it is pronounced another way with that Y, but it's just like Larry Bird. They say it's English. I don't know where the Y came from,
I
but
think bird is good. That's cool. I don't know what mine means. at all.
Coulter,
Oh,
Colter means literally the tip of the plow that does the hard work of digging up this hard soil.
No way.
So that's an English.
Perfect for
yeah.
you. That's perfect.
very
Yeah.
fitting, Brian.
And my mom's my maiden name is Volkman, V-O-G-T, not V-O-L-K, which means man of the people, like Vikas is. Vikas is a Vikas, I'm sorry, man of the people, a politician, council member, but Volkman, V-O-G-T-M-A-N-N, it was a man of the pen. And both my mom and my dad were English professors. And they wrote poems.
Wow. See what you started, Nicholas?
Sorry.
Like it.
It's actually it's very cool information. I like knowing all that.
It is, right?
Form is French. It's elm tree.
Nice.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah. Again.
Klein is German. It means small. I'm sure most of you know. My maiden name is Davies. That refers to David, the patron saint of Wales. That's where my paternal grandfather's from.
Wow.
Well, rumor has it that they messed up Claxton because there was a pirate that came in and who was a Claxton and changed the name to Pass, right? So most Claxton should be in some way related to John.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, because there's not very many Claxtons. It's mostly Claxton, and it gets messed up all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Kyle is Scottish. And it is my ex-husband's name.
What's your maiden name?
Gibson. And actually, both of the names came into this country through slavery, through the Jamaicas into Virginia, and that's how my family.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, wow. Is it Raisin? Barking?
She muted.
It's
Okay.
both of them because someone came in through the door.
Okay. Yeah. So, but that's all I really know. I don't know what they mean, if they mean anything.
Hmm.
Well, I'll tell you that Dick, that's of course my name by marriage, that really has German origins. But my maiden name was spelled Zwaagstra. Nicholas, I'll give you a run for your money with that.
Wow.
That's
which is from Friesland, the northern part of Holland, where I was born. And so, you know, I was quite relieved to get a last name with only 4 letters. I wasn't always the last person called. I have no idea what Swagstra means because they do all have meanings, but I don't know what that name means.
That's great.
Oh man.
All right. Does anyone else want to chime in before we? That's great. That's hilarious. Before we talk about the minutes and either make changes or approve them.
I motion to approve the minutes.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Thank you. I really do not at this time have any comments. We're heading into, of course, the season. Oh, I'm sorry. They do have a comment. June meeting party. I think we're hoping to have that at the
Lindell.
Thank you, Lindell Lodge. I'm blanking on the name. Hopefully outside and distanced and all of that, so we can actually gather in person, have our party and stuff like that. So that's the goal. So I will send out a sign up for everyone who's new. We generally just do a potluck kind of thing. We talk about the Beautification Awards and how we're setting them up for the summer, and then we just kind of have a little bit of a party. We usually take our group photo. So it's a nice meeting. I enjoy it. I hope everyone else does, and I hope that we can do it in person unless anything supersedes it. But at this point, we are on the books for it. So I will send out that sign up.
Okay. That's June 2nd.
And that would be June 2nd, yes.
Awesome.
Same time?
We're going to start a little bit earlier at 6 o'clock if we can.
Okay.
If that is a hardship for anyone, please let me know. But otherwise, I think the goal is to start at 6, and that's really just for gathering. So I don't think the meeting proper will start until a little bit later.
Okay.
Question about that. Now,
Yeah.
in the past, I know that was more of like a social event. Are we not doing families this time around?
That's a good question with COVID.
Yeah, it's a really good question. Probably best to keep it just to us, just because of the numbers and COVID and stuff like that, until we're absolutely sure. Unless something changes dramatically between then and now, we should probably just keep it to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, your families are welcome to be at the park. It's, I mean, of course,
Yeah.
they can be there, but
Playscape, they'll do that.
right, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Depends.
Just checking.
Yeah. Which pains me because I love to see your kids. All right. I have no knowledge of the correspondence. Brian, did you have any
No,
correspondence that's come in? Okay. And publicity, do we have anything?
Communicate.
Brian was in the paper again.
Oh, nice.
You were?
He's our superstar. Well, he's
Right.
been in both the Grosse Pointe Times and the Grosse Pointe News.
I can't keep up with it, Dan.
And in that little magazine, well, what was that little magazine where you had your interesting tree facts about Grosse Pointe Park? Brian
That was
was.
you.
yeah, it's one of those advertisement magazines that every resident gets, so everybody got one. And the editor is a friend of Dale Craniac, and he gave her she needed space to fill at the last minute. So I made the park look real good. I gave 6 interesting facts about the urban forest of Grosse Pointe Park.
It was nice.
Cool.
Awesome.
Very nice.
And I used that information that Brian put together to add to other information that we passed on to the teachers for the poster contest. And
Okay.
I think those teachers really do read that stuff to their kids, you know, so that's nice.
That is very nice.
That's good.
Awesome. And I did see at least 2, maybe 3 posts about the Plan Exchange that were not from actual Beautification Commission members, other people in the community who posted about it. A couple of them posted pictures, so that was exciting.
That's nice.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to new business, beautification awards. So we're going to proceed, of course, as we kind of did last year for now, splitting into our teams. I think we're hoping for an actual awards program in the whole 9 yards. So we'll kind of revert back to our the schedule that we did. Of course, we'll roll that all out in more detail at the June meeting. I'm going to take a careful look at where we are in terms of our teams and making sure that everyone is displaced well, that we're not like in our own areas and we're well organized and stuff like that. And we'll have that ready to go in June in consultation with Lisa, the expert.
Not the expert.
So we're good to go. So we'll roll that out all out in June. But yeah, so when we meet in June, we'll be ready to kind of hit the ground running. But be ready. I know Armin's not here, but Armin had identified a couple of houses in her area that she thought were worthy of awards based on their spring, fauna and that kind of thing. So I told her to reach out to Brad to.
Yes, she sent me one address. I just haven't been able to get over there and take a picture of it yet.
So if in any of your areas you feel really strongly about that and you want to talk to your current commission members that are in your area and possibly consider that for an award, I think that's not out of the realm of possibility. There's a lot of beautiful properties and I hate to have them out of the running just because their summer profile isn't as perfect as their spring. If we can get the picture at the right time, that would really be the key. So if you have someone that you think is really outstanding,
there was like a spring garden kind of smaller category or something, or award, not that we haven't done in the past couple of years that I know of, but I know that there was a smaller thing before. What does anybody know about it or can explain it more?
I think, Brad, you're absolutely right. What happens is that some people have outstanding spring gardens, but have more normal summer gardens. So they don't seem to qualify for an award based on their summer garden. But because they had such an outstanding spring garden, we have made a point of acknowledging them, although they don't get the same picture plaque and so on. I guess we could do that if we had a garden, a photo of the spring garden, but I saw a house at, I think, Buckingham and St. Paul that's not in my area, but oh my gosh, they had this massive display of white daffodils. And I thought, oh, I should have called somebody about that one. It was beautiful, but they're not blooming at all now.
Right. You got hit at the right time for sure. So maybe we need to have a more robust conversation earlier about this next year, about how we handle this and have our teams in place earlier to make sure everyone's on board.
Just cover the streets, go up and down and see if anything pops. Because if it does, it does.
Right.
Well, and then we kind of did the same for like Halloween decor, because that didn't fit in the holiday awards, but sometimes people did outstanding Halloween decor. And if that was the case, we could at least acknowledge them with maybe some sort of an informal certificate of some sort.
Don't
Well,
tell my
Barbara
hopefully-
wife.
Miller
I
has
like-
been good at
yeah, I like
creating
the-
these.
Certificates idea, because then we get, with all the plaques, it starts costing a lot more.
Yeah,
You know?
but
Sure.
Barbara Miller is really good at creating certificates and has a couple of templates already that she's done for us in the past.
Well, and if we're getting back to a more regular communicator, that's something maybe we can have like a small piece in every communicator. We kind of
Yeah.
recognize a seasonal, right? Even if we're not giving them some sort of certificate, if we're just mentioning some
Yeah,
of those
totally.
addresses and
Mhm.
giving them, some airtime, if it, as you will.
Yeah, I agree. The communicator has a lot to, do with it of spreading the message. So we haven't had that ability.
Right, exactly.
Kim, can I throw
Right.
something out?
Yes, Ann, of course.
For the houses that are 100 years old, can we just do a little plaque or something that they could put on the house? Not something fancy, but I'm just throwing that out.
That's kind of a cool idea, like a brass 100 or something like that, or I
Yeah,
don't
something
know.
GPP
that they
100.
can put on the house.
Yeah, GPP 100 sounds good. So it
Oh,
doesn't
I like that. Yeah,
like that.
regardless of whether they're getting a beautification award or not, just
Well, I don't know. Didn't we do the houses that were just 100 years old? I mean, it didn't have to do with the
Yes.
beautification, just that they were 100 years old. Didn't we just do that?
And attractive. They were kind of both.
They were both.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Brian has dealt with the what's the name of the sign company again?
Embry sign.
Embry, not Enbridge. I've got that darn gas company on my brain. Embry sign. You might get a quote from them what it would cost to do a fairly small brass plaque.
Yes.
Or do you think they're too pricey?
Well,
I know they are pricey.
I'll check into it. So I'm sorry, I had to walk out of the room for a second, but I can work with Brad perhaps on this.
Yeah, and if you could get with the city inspector again and get me a list, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah, the limit.
Okay.
I
so,
know. The bench that is in the park there by the guard's office with the gate guards on it that have passed.
yeah.
Okay, I donated all that and did all that. And those little plaques I got were like, with the names in that were, I think $17 or $18. And that was Chad. Chad sent me somewhere to get those. So you might check with him too.
Yeah, I will. I know.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about there. So I will check with Chad as well.
Yeah.
well. So here's a question. Do we want to get in the business of giving because we're coming up to the point where a lot of houses are going to be turning 100, right? In the next. So do we want to be in the business of giving every single house that turns 100 a plaque, or do we want to recognize the especially well-kept, beautiful ones with something special, and then offer the plaque as maybe not a, well, I guess a sort of a fundraiser like we used to do.
Yeah, right.
Right. So
Yeah.
you can recognize your own house as 100 years old, but you might have to purchase your plaque for a
Right.
slight upcharge.
Like a cast bronze or something.
Right.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the
Right.
city logo on it and $100.
Right.
Yeah. that'd be
Right. I
cool.
don't
I've
think
seen-
we just give those out indiscriminately. I think we have that made, but offer it. And then for the people who were
Mhm.
recognizing, that comes with maybe part of your award,
They could purchase and just
but otherwise you can purchase it.
That's what other communities do. I've seen them and it's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that's an idea. Yeah.
Yeah, we can retro send them as well that are already 100 if any of them want to buy it.
last year. It's not that big a deal. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mean to
No, I
monetize.
mean,
it,
to
but I
all
feel
those
at some
houses that were 100. All
Right.
those houses that did turn 100 last year, we could
Yeah.
add, and the older ones as well. That's great.
Right.
Yeah, but they will be expensive, so we should,
Mhm.
make it something available.
Right. Like I said, I don't mean to monetize it, but at some point we just give it out indiscriminately with them. Like, anyway.
Feed costs or never mind.
What?
Guy's gonna bring
Go
us
ahead.
to a council meeting and run us through the breaks.
I think we should offer it for them to buy it if they want to. Obviously, the 3 winners each year can get one from us, but we should offer it to everyone saying, hey, be a part of the Century Club. So,
Yeah.
So Brian, are you willing to talk to Embry about putting something together and pricing it out, or do we want to look somewhere else to do that?
No, I'm real interested in this. I think it's a great idea. I'll talk to Chad. I'll check with Embry Sign and and I'm gonna work with Brad, I think, with this, right?
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I'll have something to report next meeting.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
You can include me in that too. I'll try to help you guys if I can.
Okay, because thank you.
Anyone else want to be involved in that?
I guess I can since I brought it up.
All right, Ann. Perfect.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
true.
Perfect. Brian, do you have a forestry report?
I have exciting news. We started a maintenance trim program. Now that DTE is done with all their work after 2 years in the Cabbage Patch area, on Weyburn, the restoration is completely done. So DTE is out of that neighborhood or that street. I was able to send a crew, and we're trimming every single tree except the oaks and elms, which we have to wait until winter because of oak wilt and Dutch elm disease, respectively. But we're doing corrective trimming on the damage that DTE did using their machinery. There's broken branches, but we're taking this opportunity. So what I'm doing is posting no parking, 1 block at a time. We're going right down Weyburn and not only doing the corrective pruning from the broken branches from DTE's gas upgrade, but also raising the clearance for the sidewalk in the street. So much needed a maintenance trim being done to the city trees. Real happy about it.
So you're going down all the streets eventually, Brian? That's the
Well,
plan?
I want to do Weyburn, not Pemberton, Maryland, which DTE also is completely done with, and Lake Point, between Jefferson and Mac. And as they complete their restoration, which means the grass seeding and the topsoil, from what they dug up for the gas upgrade, I want to do then Beaconsfield, Nottingham as well. But they're still working there. Otherwise, if they're, I'm still doing spot trims though, Alicia, like elsewhere in the city. I'm not planning on going up and down the block this year, but if there's trees that need to be trimmed, if it's brought to my attention, I can put it on my, what I call a spot trim list. And we did that just Monday. We trimmed a couple dozen trees throughout the city, like in Graydon and Berkshire and Westchester, that needed to be trimmed.
Okay. You may hear from me.
Sure, that's fine. And also we completed phase 1 of our spring tree planting. So we planted 14 trees, basically where trees were removed in the past. And I'm going to do a phase 2 spring tree planting in about a month. So that's it, Kim, from me.
That's plenty. Thank you. That's great. Okay, let's move on to old business. Alicia, do you have anything to report from the spring plant exchange other than it was awesome?
No, no follow-up or anything like that. I made notes, so when we plan it again, we can revisit some of the decisions we made. I think doing it outside worked out beautifully.
I think we all do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was fantastic. I think the participation from the commission was amazing. Thank you all for being there. It was great. It was a great event. It was festive, and at one point I thought it would be all of us and nobody else, and then all of a sudden everyone just kept cycling through, and so as we were in full force, but so was the community, so that was really exciting.
And I think that because they had it promoted on social media, we got some younger people that maybe we wouldn't otherwise have gotten. I think that made a difference. Are we going to do a fall exchange?
Yes, and actually, Armin has agreed to share that event.
Oh,
Fantastic.
wow.
That's news
Okay.
that I forgot about. Yeah,
Breaking news.
breaking news. So
Fantastic.
hopefully,
Are we gonna add beer in for the fall? I know Brad.
oh,
A few people did ask me if the mimosas were inside.
now that would be
It's a nice day. It was really nice. The music was
So
playing, the sun
fun.
was out.
Yeah, it
A lot of
was.
people, a lot of people missed it, and they were sad. So
It was nice to be able to
definitely-
say it should be coming back in the fall. So yay.
Yeah.
It can be
I
our own
know.
version of Zubu.
I like it. I like it. Well, thank you again, Alicia. Excellent organization. Lisa, I know you gave her a lot of information, so I really appreciate that. And
Sure.
And Pat gave me all her contacts.
Oh, perfect. The trifecta.
Yes.
And it was
Indeed,
nice to see some of our former commission
I
members
know.
who came.
Oh, so
Like-
great to see Dee.
Dee and Frank Romano
Right.
Dan,
and
Dan
Oh,
Godfrey.
I didn't see Dan.
Dan was
yes,
there.
Dan was
missed
there.
him. I missed him.
Mhm.
That's exciting.
Al Mazer. Pat, did
Oh,
you
I
see
never
Al?
saw it.
Oh, wow.
He was there. He came over he saw us when he walked out of the gym.
Jim.
You know how he works out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
that was,
So that was really nice, actually. 4 of our former.
that was another advantage of having it outside, I think. Alicia and I were talking about that
Draws
people that didn't even know about it going to the gym, were attracted, I think, because they saw the activity. They wandered over.
Agreed. Agreed.
Well, I thought the new banner was really nice too.
Yes, well done.
Yes. Yeah.
Well done. Well, again, excellent job. Thank you so much. I'm going to move on to Arbor Weeks. Pat, did you want to talk a little bit about how it
Well,
all ended up? And
I kind of had a surprise appearance on Monday at City Hall via Zoom.
Right.
I know.
I really wasn't expecting because I had, I didn't quite know how they wanted to do it. And I proposed something and I assumed that's what they were doing. I'd given them a little bit of a synopsis of the whole event and the pictures. And then Brian called me at about 3:30 in the afternoon, 4 o'clock, and he said, "Oh no, they want you to join the meeting and give all that information at the meeting." So that was a big surprise. But Brian, I thank you for your nice words. I think it went pretty well. Because you can maybe attest to that, but
Yeah, it was fantastic, Pat. You're fantastic on the camera. You're very sincere. I think you are a great spokesperson for this contest. It's all about the kids, and that's what you made it about. So it was really nice. It was heartfelt. I loved it. I couldn't even follow you up in my beautification update. I said I can't say it half as nice as Pat said it, but you did a really nice job. So I think
Well,
you have that
thank you.
moving forward.
Thank you. It was nice to be invited to do it, but I wasn't expecting it. And then it all went well. So we're very grateful for that. And, it's another way to add something a little special to the kids. But the Monday prior to that, we had all met at City Hall and made a presentation to them. And Kim was there. And, it was Lisa was our photographer and whatnot. She was there, and we were just glad to be able to talk to the children, to recognize their posters and their parents and teachers, and everybody was represented. It was lovely.
It was.
So,
it was kind of nice to do it that way because I felt like I got to meet the parents more than I have in the past when they've come to the city council meeting. Like, often it's kind of rushed and they're in and out and there's concerts going on, things like that. So that little ceremony after school was very nice.
I know.
It was. But I will say Mayor Dinner, I thought really did a nice job when we had the city council meeting in reading the certificates or the proclamations. And I'm hoping now I know there is a way that the students can actually see that council meeting. I've got to figure all that out and send that information to the parents and the teachers. If they are interested, then they can view that, because they'd be really proud. And not only did we recognize this year's winners, but last year's winners, because they weren't recognized at all last year.
Oh,
But I must say,
I can help you with that.
my gratitude to Lisa, who was so helpful in pulling the pictures together, taking the pictures, pulling them together, helping me with the information. Lisa, just very, very appreciative of all the work that you've done. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
And I hope
Pat,
the students do.
You did a great
Really,
job at the
she
council
did.
meeting, and you and Leah Smith, the assistant to the city manager, it looked like it appeared as if you had practiced that for weeks, but I know it was impromptu. But it went.
I know,
It was
it really
it was a
did,
good
without a
presentation.
Mm-hmm.
At least we were organized, and it was nice to hear the mayor say, this is one of the favorite activities of the council.
He did.
Yeah, that's always nice to hear. And then, of course, our awards, I think, are a real highlight for the council, but it was lovely.
Pat, I'll send you the link to that meeting in an email.
Wonderful.
that you can
I'd
share with
appreciate
everybody.
that.
Yeah, so if I can really quick, just show you something real quick. Oh, we can't do it. I was going to share my screen, but the council meeting image that they show for the meeting minutes, and the meeting minutes for this one is one of the young girls holding up her poster. So that'll be a good surprise.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's so cute.
I'll send that to you. I'll send it to everybody.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, and thank you to everyone for your judging and for participating in the whole awards program.
And for putting them up in the businesses too. Thank you.
Distribution for sure. Thank you. Do we have any other old business anyone wants to bring up? All right. I forgot to put this in because I'm not used to this, but we do have someone participating from the public. Welcome, Lynn. Did you have anything to say? Did you? Is there any questions you have for us?
Hi guys, sorry, and I don't mean to not be on camera, actually.
No worries.
Okay. Not all that presentable right now, but no, I'm just trying to get reacclimated. I'm a lifelong resident and I volunteer a little bit right now on Darcy's committee for sustained GP. Beautification is one, anything really with Parks and Rec that really kind of touches my heart. It sounds so stupid. I'll just tell you guys this and then I'll shut up. I am so proud of a beautification award I won. I don't even know how many years ago for my house on Somerset. I love everything that you guys do. I actually saw my childhood house won a beautification award. It's on the website right now for the city and I posted it on my Facebook page. I just love everything you guys do. So I'm just here to maybe volunteer, learn, help, whatever.
Well, we're super happy to have you here. Thank you.
Thanks.
So much.
And I don't even know if this is supposed to be a private meeting. I don't even remember
not at
where I
all.
got the
No,
Zoom
no,
stuff,
no.
but
Absolutely a public meeting. I keep forgetting to put public comments on the agenda because we're used to being in person, and if someone's here, we invite them to comment, and so I keep forgetting to put on the agenda for Zoom. That's on me.
well, very cool.
You're welcome to be here anytime. We'd love to have you.
Thanks, guys.
Let me add.
Thank you for coming.
If you're interested, am I muted? No. Okay.
No, we can hear you, Brad.
If you want to get involved, go to the city and fill out an application because the groups need people often.
Yeah.
So you never know if somebody's
Love
leaving.
to have you.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Thanks. I
fill out
love
an
that. Would love to. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Lynn. Good to see you.
Thank you, Lynn.
Great to see you, Lynn.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, do we have any other comments or questions or anything anyone wants to add?
No, I will, if I can add about, we were talking about a junior council. I think we all got a little busy and it fell to the wayside. So we will, we'll work on that, Armin, Brad, and I, and whoever else wants to jump in over the summer, and we'll have something ready to go maybe in August that we can share. We can share with the schools and then they can put it in their, their packets as well. And we're also looking to do a junior city council So that's still on the docket, but COVID has really delayed things, and
Sure.
so
Sure.
we're still working on that. If you guys have any more ideas, we didn't forget about it. We just had to put a pause on it for priorities.
And if anyone else is interested in participating with that, you know,
Please.
let Vikas know.
Yeah.
I know we have some new members, so if you're interested in getting a younger participation group, feel free to reach out.
Because you can add me in. This is Carol. I'm sorry, my camera is not
You're
No, it's
fine.
cool.
on my
Yeah.
phone, and I didn't want to log out. But yeah, you can add me on. I'm pretty good with kids. So
Awesome.
Perfect. Perfect.
Thank you.
Well, that's a really good, because you were talking about August. I'm glad you reminded me. So especially for our newer members, so we will meet in June, and we'll meet hopefully at the Lindell Lodge. That's the whole goal. And then we will not meet again until September, but we will have some pretty important deadlines coming up over the summer in terms of beautification awards, but we won't meet over the summer, just so everyone's aware that you'll kind of have July and August off. You'll be working on some beautification issues, but not necessarily a monthly meeting. So after our June meeting, our next meeting then will be September. Okay. Anything else, or shall we move to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn this meeting.
Do we have a second? Is that you, Lisa?
Lisa.
Yep, I'll second.
Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Well, a pleasure seeing all of you. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing everyone at the Lindell Lodge, and I will send out a sign up, hopefully for a nice gathering.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
nice.
Thank you, everybody. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care, everyone. And
Good.
thanks again for coming, Lynn.
Have a good night.
Stay
Bye.
beautiful.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Lisa,
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you, okay?
Okay, I'm right here. Okay.
Okay, thanks. All right,
Bye.
bye-bye, everyone. See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.